first and foremost, just wanted to mention one comment regarding the conversation about PSEG. And I know we're all very concerned and very passionate about property rights and how we treat our land in Carroll County. As we know, they've now come out with this fascinating approach to telling you you can't hunt on your own land. I would just want to politely say to all of us, let's keep level heads, because they want us to not have a level head. So obviously the papers had some interesting commentary regarding rumored comments that were made online, but let's just all keep a level head. Let's not allow them to have any opportunity during hunting season to take the media and utilize that against property owners. So be safe, be smart, but yes, it's your property, but let's be as respectful and as professional as we can as people, because the last thing we want to do is give them any opportunity to use any moment against any of us in this county.
Well said.
A couple of quick things I'll mention. Last Friday, myself and a number of county employees were photographed out front representing Carroll County government to honor survivors and remember those we've lost, standing strong against breast cancer by proudly wearing pink. Truly appreciate everybody that showed up for that. And I know there were a number of people throughout county buildings and other jobs that were representing that, even if they weren't able to make that photo. And, just very appreciative of that we reaffirm our commitment to raising awareness, supporting early detection, and standing with anyone affected by this disease. Also recently, we had National First Responders Day. Truly greatly appreciate all the assistance of our first responders. Chris, could you pull up the Fred Rogers piece by itself real quick, if that's possible? And while he's doing that, I wanted to bring up something that I know is on everybody's minds. Clearly, it's something that's on all 5 of ours. As we know, there's a lot of very interesting times we're living through in this county, state, and nation right now. And I know there's a lot of people very curious and concerned as to what's going to happen on November 1 regarding SNAP funding for food. And I wanted to post this real quick and share this. So this is a quote by Fred Rogers, or Mr. Rogers, as most of us know. And here he says, "We live in a world in which we need to share responsibility. It's easy to say it's not my child, not my community, not my world, not my problem. Then there are those who see the need and respond. I consider those people my heroes." Now that's a quote by Mr. Rogers. Obviously, as many of us have set up here on a consistent basis, Commissioner Kyler likes to tell us quite consistently, and I agree with him, he loves Carroll County, which we all do. We live here. We support our community. As a community, we've got to look out for each other. And, challenges that affect any of us actually affect all of us. And that was something we got to see a while back when that initial first meeting happened, which we'll call it a meeting, even though I don't feel like it was one, regarding the power lines. But we came together as a community, whether it was different political ideologies, whether you lived on a 200-acre farm, a cul-de-sac, whatever, we came together as a community. We do that very well. We've done that numerous times during our tenure in office. We did that when the power lines occurred. There were people out cutting trees down that were blocking the roads trying to help each other. So why I bring this up this morning very simply is this. There is serious concern as to what's going to happen on November 1st regarding SNAP and how individuals in our community are going to receive the resources they need. There's a number of local businesses and organizations that are starting to step up. You may be seeing some of that on social media. I'm just going to mention a couple. Local Homestead Products has come out and said they're going to be assisting Collision Course Restaurant in Westminster, Serenity Sourdough. I know there's going to be others, and there's going to be a consistent involvement in the community. Also, as we know, Carroll County Public Library has their Corky Cares holiday campaign, which, of course, Corky is their penguin mascot. Typically, they look for this time of year coats, mittens, winter items, but they're also going to start accepting food donations. This is going to start on November 3rd, and they're looking to assist the local food pantries because, as we do it in Carroll County, we do it together. So as we're kind of moving through this process, I would just ask that everybody work together, do their best, and I know as the Board of County Commissioners, the 5 of us are going to be looking at this as we have been. We've continually receiving reports from staff and so forth, but we do what we do best in Carroll County, which is we work together. And Chris, thank you for putting that up. There's a link to Free Food Resource Guide, which I think is going up on the county website as well, but I just posted that as well. It's http://bit.ly/cc free food. There's a link that you can utilize to locate food pantries and other things in need. So just want to let everybody know that we are all in this together, and that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and read this, and then I'll have you all follow up afterwards. We have a proclamation supporting Operation Green Light for Veterans, November 4th through November 11th, 2025. Whereas the residents of Carroll County have great respect, admiration, and the utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served our country and this community in the armed forces, and the contributions and sacrifices of those who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and way of life enjoyed by our citizens. And Carroll County seeks to honor individuals who have made countless sacrifices for freedom by placing themselves in harm's way for the good of all. And veterans continue to serve our community in the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, religious groups, civil service, and by functioning as county veteran service officers in 29 states to help fellow former service members access more than $52 billion in federal health, disability, and compensation benefits each year, and approximately 200,000 service members transition to civilian communities annually, and an estimated 20% increase of service members will transition to civilian life in the future. And studies indicate that 44 to 72% of service members experience high levels of stress during transition from military to civilian life. And active military service members transitioning from military service are at a high risk for suicide during their first year after military service. And the National Association of Counties encourages all counties, parishes, and boroughs to recognize Operation Green Light for Veterans, and Carroll County appreciates the sacrifices of our United States military personnel and believes specific recognition should be granted. Now, therefore, we, the Board of Carroll County Commissioners, designate Carroll County as a Green Light for Veterans County, and hereby proclaim November 4th through the 11th as a time to salute and honor the service and sacrifices of those transitioning from active service. We, the Board of Carroll County Commissioners, further proclaim that in observance of Operation Green Light, Carroll Countyans display green lights in a window of their place of business or residence from November 4th through the 11th to honor all of those who made immeasurable sacrifices to preserve our freedom. Adopted this 30th day of October 2025, the Board of Carroll County Commissioners.
Thank you very much. I'm joined here today by Bob Eney, who is our chair of our Veterans Advisory Council, and also Elaine May-Stem. She is our vice chair of the Veterans Advisory Council. And to my left is Amanda Koshin. She is our new 2-month-in coordinator of special projects for our department. And I wanted to just say, I know that Bob and Elaine are not unfamiliar faces to most people, not just here, but in the community. They continue to serve, even though they are veterans that have been, they're retired, but they have served not only in the armed forces, but they continue to serve our community because it's in their blood. And they are out in the community, continuing to make connections for our veterans day in and day out. Elaine, I think, I sent her an email this morning. She responded in 5 seconds, Roger that. And that's exactly how she and Bob always respond to any call to action still to this day, and we appreciate them. And that's why we want to honor all of our veterans across the county for what they do. So I do want to turn it over to Bob to say a few words as well as the chair of our Veterans Advisory Council.
Good morning. I'd like to thank Carroll County Commissioners. This is the 3rd year that you've all did this. I have the 1st year, I didn't get the 2nd year, but this is the 3rd year, and we appreciate it. Operation Green Light, you know, it needs more, what's the word I'm looking for? Tell me. It needs more publicity. You know, I mean, 29 states, why can't we get 50? But the thing with it is, Operation Green Light is the color of hope, renewal, and well-being. Green Light is also a term commonly used to active forward movement. The simple action of changing one light to green is intended to spark a national conversation regarding the recognition of veterans and greenlight them forward to value membership of the community. That's also what we do as the Veterans Advisory Council. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Elaine, do you want to say a few words as well?
Well, I think everybody can participate by turning on their light, and that shows appreciation for the veteran, and we know they're there. And the other one would be spreading the word to everybody and promoting resources that we can share with the veterans, that what we have out there that can help them. And get involved by attending ceremonies and events to honor the veterans. And recently, we had the Vietnam Traveling Wall that came into Carroll County. It was widely spread, and I think a lot of Vietnam veterans came to that and appreciated it. It was a nice event. And it's just our purpose just to show appreciation for veterans and support those who have served, you know, in some way. And I think we're doing that. And we do have, Carroll County has a suicide prevention coalition meetings, and there's about 12 of us on that. I'm on that board also. And I did bring some brochures that I wanted to pass out to the commissioners and to show you how we're spreading that. And I was at the Maryland Veterans Commission meeting Tuesday down there with Ed Rusty. And I spread the word that we're doing this in Carroll County. And we're trying to get out to all the gun shops, the ranges, the gun ranges, pistol ranges, and spreading the word. And we're going to try to do up a bill to send to Annapolis this coming January. So we're doing a lot of things to help veterans, you know, and what they don't know, so we're trying to get it out to them and stuff. We're doing some active stuff. Thank you.
And we also obviously have our Veteran Services Program here with Carroll County, where we have 3 veteran service officers. They're certified, and they can go into the system and help with compensation and pension claims. They can walk veterans through that process and help them file appeals if they're initially denied. And they can really move that process forward for our veterans. And we encourage anyone that needs that assistance to contact the Division of Aging and Disabilities over off of Stoner Avenue, and we can get you scheduled. With your support as commissioners, we also operate the free veteran shuttle, which can transport veterans to any of the VA medical clinics that are in our surrounding locations. So that's a free service as well, that's coordinated through our Carroll Transit System, as well as our Bureau, the Division of Aging and Disabilities. So to contact them, it's 410-386-3800, and just ask for a veteran service officer and to be connected with the shuttle system.
Can you do a quick commercial for our veteran celebration? I think you're doing Save the Dates now, and I think it started out trying to honor more recent veterans, younger veterans, but this year it's everybody?
It's everyone, because we're also celebrating the 250th anniversary of our county and our country, and we are recognizing all veterans that are living in Carroll County and beyond. So everyone is welcome to the event. It's going to be on May 3rd. It's going to be at the Farm Museum from noon until 4. We will have military equipment. We will have veteran service officers and veteran service organizations and veteran serving agencies with a resource fair at the event. We will be having Midnight Run as our signature band, along with other musical opportunities. We're seeking one of our military bands again this year, and hopefully we will not be rained out, and we will have that beautiful music to listen to, because we know everyone loves that. So beyond that, we will have we'll have food vendors. We will also be using the new pavilion as our stage this year, which will be a great opportunity. So we'll have some dryness, even if there's a little drizzle. But it's a great event. And we are also going to be handing out stress balls that mark this and market it for us during the upcoming Veterans Celebration Parade that the Veterans Independence Project in the city of Westminster is hosting on November the 8th in downtown Westminster. We will be there in that parade. I believe it begins at 10. So we'll be giving out little squeeze flags with our date and save the date for our Veterans Celebration in May. So please join us there, as well as that's another great celebration for our veterans.
And another one On November 11th, we have Veterans Day, and on behalf of American Legion Post 31, I would like to invite all the commissioners to a ceremony that we're going to have at the Armory, Old Armory downtown, at 1600 on the 11th. And Commissioner Kyler is going to be our guest speaker.
What time is that?
Thank you, please.
What time is that?
It's going to be at 4 o'clock on the 11th at the Armory. So we'd like to have the commissioners there, and that'd be great.
And you already mentioned that you got to hear the new secretary.
Yes.
And I need to mention, Commissioner Rigliotti says he can beat you in pickleball.
I taught him everything he knows, not everything I know.
He is still the master. He is still the master. Out of playing in a suit, though.
Hey, we ought to have a Carroll County Commissioners pickleball tournament.
Oh, yeah.
This sounds dangerous.
And I will say, I don't play against Bob. I play with Bob, and we're a very good team together.
Yes, we are.
So, in pickleball, which I used to be able to play before I had to do this. And I actually have a pickleball bracelet on today that I bought at the Carroll County Hospital gift shop. So I'm being an advertisement. I just want to mention, you mentioned Veterans Day next 2 weeks. There's so many things going on in our county that I'm so proud of. Our schools, most of our schools have something going on, and they invite the community in. Please participate if you're listening, because we want our kids to see our veterans. I mean, we all appreciate it as adults, but I think it's so important for young people at all levels to see veterans and hear about them everywhere. And there are lots of things going on that day. I know at Haight Funeral Home, the Rotary down there is putting on a flags ceremony at 10 o'clock. There are a lot of conflicting things. Hospice has a luncheon the next day at 11 o'clock. They did it a day later, that all veterans are invited to. That's at the hospital. It's usually packed. So our county really does elevate veterans. And you mentioned the veteran services resource officers that we have here. They also have that through the Veterans Independence Project. We have multiple resources to use. And during COVID, we used the veteran service offices for my mother-in-law before she passed. Excellent. They did an excellent job. So it is a resource for our county that we need to help navigate. I mean, once you've been through it, you can navigate it, but if it's your first time, it's difficult, and they know what they're doing. So take advantage of all the services that are offered, and I'm so proud of our county. And the Veterans Wall is one of the best events I've ever been to. So proud of it.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
If I may say one more thing, please. In regards to Veteran Celebration, if anybody here knows of anyone who has something that we could put on display for the Veteran Celebration, a Jeep, a tank, anything like that, please let us know, because we want to put as much military stuff out there so the kids can run around it and all like that. Thank you.